Hey, just let me get my camera on. Here we go. So we're reacting to Thomas and Friends and Near Miss for Daisy. So let's get started.
But then, ouch! Exclaimed Thomas. What was that? His driver looked back and then he ducked into Thomas's cab when a stone had hit his cab side. Ow! He cried again.
That's gonna hurt.
Annie and Clarabelle felt something painful too. Ouch! 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 They complained until at last it stopped. When he arrived at Holstead Castle, Thomas and his coaches were still sore. His crew looked around to see if there was any damage done. Then his driver spotted something inside Thomas's bunker. Someone had been throwing rocks, he said. Why would someone throw stones at us? Asked Thomas. Serves me. But there are people who have nothing better to do than throw things at engines for fun. We'd better keep a good lookout, replied the driver. But on the journey back to Tidmouth, more stones were being thrown towards Thomas and his two coaches. They pulled in with more scratch marks all over them. Sir Stephen Topham Hatt was shocked. What happened to you and your coaches, Thomas? He asked. Then Thomas explained. We cannot let this happen, he declared. I'll discuss this with policeman Leonard Farquhar, Thomas. If anything worse has happened, I'll send Daisy to look after your passengers from Harwick. Daisy overheard what Sir Stephen had said and she was pleased. Probably the mysterious person doing all this to you and your coaches think there needs to be more modernity on your branch line, Thomas, she teased. We are living in the early days of the 21st century, you know. Modernity, fumed Thomas crossly. You're not as modern as you think you are, Daisy, replied the two coaches. Pish posh, laughed Daisy. Probably the mysterious person didn't like your bumpy rides. And she rolled away laughing. Don't listen to her, you two. One day she'll get her own back, replied Thomas. Later that day, Thomas was puffing back to the top station of his branch line when more stones were being thrown towards him and his coaches. The driver looked out of his cab to see who was throwing them until... Oh! He cried. One stone hit me on the head! Thomas, his fireman, and two coaches were shocked. His fireman got the first aid kit and placed a bandage around the driver's head. Then after stopping at a station, they telephoned for an ambulance so it could be taken to hospital. Sir Stephen Topham Hatt was telephoned about it by the fireman and told him that he must find a relief driver at once. But none were available, and so Sir Stephen had sent Daisy to look after Thomas's passengers for the rest of the day. Daisy decided not to tease Thomas and his coaches about it, as they were worried about their driver. But all the same, Daisy was quite pleased to be taking Thomas's passengers. On one of her travels, she saw policeman Len standing on the platform. I'll go to riding you, Daisy, he said. I need to see where these stones are coming from. Daisy was pleased. I'll give him the smoothest ride possible, unlike those old coaches of Thomas's. And she rolled away with a special passenger on board. Daisy rolled towards the bushes where Thomas was earlier. Policeman Len looked out from the window. Daisy kept a good lookout too, but could find no stone being thrown upon. They searched up and down the line until Daisy's final train. Policeman Len came out and then said, They may not have been there today, Daisy, but that doesn't mean they stopped, he said. The next day a relief driver was found, and Thomas was sent back to work while Daisy returned to Harwick. Thomas puffed along the line, still looking out for the mysterious troublemaker. So were his crew. They soon came towards a bridge.
Not again.
Then... Oh! Wailed Thomas. His driver quickly stopped the train. They saw Thomas's funnel badly bent and had shut off steam. They soon found a big rock laying on the line side. They looked towards the bridge and saw nobody there. They were cross. What idiot's causing all this? Fumed the fireman. Not only Thomas's funnel is damaged, but we could have been killed. Oh, just wait until I get my hands on these idiots. They'll pay for harming us. Calm down, Nick, replied the relief driver. It's good that we are safe, but we need to get help for Thomas and send him to the works to get that funnel fixed. So, help had been arranged. Percy came and took Thomas and his passengers to the top station. After that, Sir Stephen sent him to the works and had sent Daisy to take over Thomas's duties once again. Daisy arrived in the yards to be refueled. She saw Annie and Clarabel still with the marks from the previous stone throwing in the shed. I won't be needing you two today, and I wouldn't want to take you since you look filthy with those marks on you. Oh, be quiet, Daisy. We are to the best mood right now, and you're not making this any better for us. What with Thomas away and the vandalism on this line, retorted Annie. I've been very lucky, though, Daisy smiled. I think this vandal doesn't like anything as old as the Queen Mother. Annie and Clarabel felt insulted by Daisy's teasing. We might be old, but aren't useless, you know. This vandal that you're idolizing will treat you the same as us, Clarabel hissed. Idolizing? Replied Daisy crossly. Why would I idolize someone like that? I was only teasing. Take a joke. Annie and Clarabel just rolled their eyes. Not a really good one, they muttered crossly. Luckily, Daisy didn't hear. Ta-ta! She said as she rolled away to Olstead. When she returned to Farquhar, she saw the passengers waiting, and one of them was Policeman Len. I'm riding with you again today, Daisy, he said. Look out for any troublemakers. So Daisy did. As she rolled along the line, she then spotted some boys nearby dealing with an old shopping trolley that was abandoned close by. Daisy tried to tell Policeman Len, but he was looking in the wrong direction. I better tell him. And she did. Thanks for letting me know, Daisy. I'll keep a good lookout, and you should as well. On the return journey, Daisy looked out for the boys. What are they doing with that trolley? She wondered. Then she saw something up ahead. Look out! There's something on the line! She shrieked. Her driver applied the brakes, and then they stopped right in front of the trolley filled with wood and stones. That was close, sighed Daisy in relief. Then Daisy saw the two boys from earlier. There they are, called Daisy. The boys tried to run away, but Policeman Len jumped out of Daisy and ran towards them and caught up with them easily. Did you boys put that trolley on the rails? He asked them sternly. We found it dumped away on the streets and thought Toby would push it aside with his cowcatcher thing. Policeman Len looked towards them angrily and then asked, I believe you were responsible for throwing rocks towards Thomas in his coaches and damaging his funnel yesterday? The boys looked down in shame. You do realise that you could cause an accident or have people injured or killed? Then explained about how one of the stones they had thrown had injured Thomas's driver. You are coming with me. You will have to be reported over this serious matter, and I will talk to your parents and school in regards to your behaviour. And so they did. Ever since that day, Daisy had never seen the boys near the railway line again.
Serves them right. Well, that's all for today's video, guys. This was a really good one. I'll see you on the next video. This is KB101 signing out. Adios, everybody.